A few years ago, Fantagraphics released 2 volumes of Dementia 21, which is Shintaro Kago's wild and crazy surreal horror manga. And if you're a fan of horror manga like me, you're going to want to pay attention to this video because this week comes out a new volume of Shintaro Kago manga called Brain Damage from Fantagraphics. So stay tuned and watch this video until the end. And we're back. My name is Taylor. This is Taylor Talks Comics. Thank you for joining me. Please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below with any of your thoughts throughout the duration of this video. And subscribe if you haven't already. All those things help my channel in the YouTube algorithm, putting my channel, my videos in front of eyeballs of other comic book fans that might not know my content exists. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, so today we're talking about Brain Damage by Shintaro Kago. I do have a video on my channel last year for October. I did 31 days of Halloween comics, or horror comics. And there's actually a playlist on my channel if you want to check those out. I'll put that link down below too of the playlist, where every day of October last year I showed off a different horror comic. One of the ones I showed off was Dementia 21, which is released in these 2 great volumes with these flexi cover paperbacks. And they actually have a box set of this as well. But today we're talking about Brain Damage from Shintaro Kago, and this is in a nice, handsome hardcover. And I hope that this is a trend that Fantagraphics can put more Shintaro Kago in print in English, translated. But yeah, this comes out this week. It's $29.99. Special thanks to Tucker Stone and Fantagraphics for sending me out this review copy. And you see it collects 4 different stories throughout it: Labyrinth Quartet, Curse Room, Family Portrait, and Blood Harvest. So, and I love the design of this. The book was designed by Si Huang, and you can see there's some spot gloss on the cover there. The cover is just amazing. Just it really evokes the surreal artwork of Shintaro Kago. And the end papers are great too. So this side we get the human face, and this side we get the inside with a lighter color. Looks like the human brain right there. It does read right to left like your traditional manga. Here's the title page. And then here's the contents again with the page numbers that each story starts on. And a little title page for the Labyrinth Quartet. So if you're not familiar with Shintaro Kago, he is one of my favorite mangaka. And I love horror manga. I show off a lot of horror manga on the channel. Obviously, Junji Ito is like the king of it right now, the pinnacle. But also love Kazuo Mez, all the smudge manga from Living the Line. I've shown those off on my channel as well. And Shintaro Kago adds like a surrealism, like a Salvador Dali on a fever dream of a acid trip in the most violent, grotesque way possible. And that's what I love about his style of horror manga, is the surreal aspects to it. And this first story, Labyrinth Quartet, is where these 4 girls are trapped in this building, and they're all strangers to each other, but they all have the same exact face and hairstyle. They look exactly the same. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Excuse me. So it's this like weird, trippy thing. Like if you woke up and you found yourself in a room with 3 other people that looked exactly like you, what would happen? And Kago in the back, which I'll show you, there's some commentary on some of the stories, kind of he doesn't outright say it, but it seems like it's a commentary on kind of like the same face syndrome, like a meta commentary on the same face syndrome that some artists have, or some critiques of some cartoonists, where all they could do is draw the same face over and over again, but change the hairstyles and things. So Shintaro Kago is kind of doing a little bit of a commentary on that, but the story is wild. Like they're just trapped in this building, and like there's double crosses and literal stabbings in the back and things. I don't want to spoil any of these for you because a lot of them have twist endings, and I think that kind of ruins the aspect of horror for you. But I just want to flip through, kind of give you the premise of some of these stories. So this next story is kind of like a zombie story, but mixed with kind of a Truman Show type twist, and not Truman Show like people are like watching you on TV or anything, but just the fact that you're trapped in this scenario. You can see all these cubicles and things that you're not aware of. You think you're in the real world. And the idea is that you're transitioning people into their zombie-fied state, where you're trying to put them in a room that looks exactly like their normal life and transition them to the state to where they don't end up eating humans and things. And obviously you can imagine that goes awry. Again, just like the surreal, like grotesque artwork of Shintaro Kago is amazing. Yeah, so this is a great zombie story. And then the next one has a lot to do with dementia, which I think Dementia 21 is all about this caregiver in this like nursing home throughout it. So I don't know if Kago has like experience in like the medical field of like caring in nursing homes or hospitals or things, because a lot of his stories seem to have that kind of theme to them. But I digress. This story is about dementia, and this grandfather in this family has dementia, and the more and more he forgets of people, they start to disappear, literally, like parts of their bodies are. I can find an example. Oh wait, well this person just totally disappeared. There we go. So they start to like literally disappear in their body. So it's like they start to have these like holes and stuff appearing throughout them as they are disappearing because this person is forgetting them, this grandfather. And there's like these like, this story it's not for the faint of heart. The twist ending and everything are just like, they just stuck with me, and I think will stick with me for ever. I don't know. It was wild. That's the kind of thing that I love about Kago's storytelling and artwork, is that like it sticks with you in maybe the worst way but best way also, if that makes any sense. And then this last story are these people in this like traffic jam, and then they end up looking like they've been in a car wreck, but the cars are totally fine. So it's like this mystery of like what is actually happening to these people. Everyone keeps being like smashed and demolished, but as if they're in a car wreck, but no, the cars aren't smashed to bits or anything. Again, just like that artwork is insane. Like, so it's all trying to figure out about that too. So it's hard to talk about these because I don't want to spoil anything, because I want you to experience it for yourself. But I will show you some of the back matter here. So we have a little bit of commentary, just like a little paragraph of each story from Kago, talking about what influenced the story, or what it came from, or what it's about, or what he hopes that you get from it. And these seem to be images that were probably colored originally. The way that they're printed in here in black and white, it looks like that they might have had some color to them. And he does do a lot of colored artwork. I think, is it the Mansion Press? The French publisher that, I forget the name of it. I'll put a link down below. But they print off a lot of art books, or publish a lot of art books of Kago's that I've always been wanting to pick up, but I just haven't ever picked them up. And a lot of his artwork is in color when it's in just like these pinups and things. And then back, translator was Zach Davison, designer C. Huang, editor Conrad Groth, sorry. But yeah, so I highly recommend this if you're a fan of horror manga, and if you want more Kago, definitely pick these up. I'll have a link below of my video on these, so you can watch that if you want more. But just truly like demented horror, surrealist horror, and I can't get enough of it. I want more Kago translated in English, which I think this might be the only actual manga stories that have been translated in English. If you know of more, let me know in the comments down below, because I think the only other things we've had is a bunch of art books, which are great. I'd love to have those as well, but I want more of these stories because he's a really great storyteller. But thank you guys for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, comment down below with your thoughts on Kago, with your recommendations for favorite horror manga. There's probably a lot that I need to seek out myself, and maybe other people in the comments will want to seek out some too. And subscribe if you haven't already. And everyone, keep talking manga.